Joe, congratulations on making the WA squad. When did you find out, and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, thank you. I found out late last week. Joel Selwood gave me a call that I missed. We were on the training track when he called, so I had a little indication what it might be, and called him straight back, and was ecstatic to get the news. It's a great honour. Obviously, not too many players have gotten this opportunity before, so I'm extremely humbled to have the opportunity and don't take it lightly.
Does it kind of feel like full circle? You play for the WA under-18s, and now you get to play as a senior player as well in a full-blown Origin game.
Yeah, 15 or so years ago, played for the WA squad last, and now in the latter stages of my career get the opportunity again. So this is on a bit of a bigger stage, which is pretty cool, and can't wait to get into it next week.
One of your best mates was in that team, and you'll get to play with him as well with Cogs. Like, take us inside that relationship and how you guys have been mates from teenagers until now.
Yes, it's really special to be able to share it with Cogs next week. Yeah, it's been 15 years since we played together. We've always dreamt of playing together in the AFL, and that hasn't come to fruition. But we'll get an opportunity to do so next week obviously in a different match, an exhibition match, a state of origin match. So pretty cool. A couple of young kids when we last played together, and now we're both old and got kids and kids of our own. So it'll be a special week with each other for sure.
So how have you managed to maintain such a close relationship when you went to Gold Coast, then you go to Sydney, then you go to Hawthorn, then you end up here? Like, you've been all over the country, which means you don't get to spend a lot of time together, but you're still really tight.
Yeah, super tight. We've had our ups and downs throughout our careers, and I think we've both helped each other through the downs mainly, and then been supportive when we've had ups as well. So I think being in similar industries and having similar issues with injury mainly has been the biggest one, and just supporting each other through that. But we don't get to see each other too often, but when we do, it's like we saw each other yesterday. So it's a really nice relationship. He was my best man at my wedding. It'd be cool to share it with him next week.
What was it back in the day that drew you two together?
I think initially it was just trying to get the best out of ourselves. Like, I was a young kid from a small country town, 3.5 hours north of Perth in Donga, and he was from Swan View, and he was at that stage he was the best player his age in WA, and I just wanted to I gravitated towards that just because I was getting into a system where there was a bit more professionalism around it, and I just wanted to follow guys. So I think that's probably how it started, and then our friendship just blossomed from state squad stuff and then AIS stuff, and here we are 16 or 17 years later, and we're still great mates. So it's a special relationship that we have.
When was the last time you caught up?
I saw him over Christmas. Him and his wife and two girls were over here for Christmas, so got to catch up with them then, which was nice.
On Origin, how do you approach this game, a one-off game with unfamiliar teammates, generally speaking? So how do you approach it as someone who's done a lot of pre-seasons, preparing for very structured AFL footy, and this is going to be playing under a different coach, different players in a one-off game?
Very similar to any other match. If I wasn't playing in the State of Origin game next week, I'll be playing with our boys down in Bunbury. So we always have a crack in those games. I feel like this game will have a fair bit of extra spice in it. We're probably going in as underdogs. So I think from all I've heard from all the players that are involved, they're wanting to give it a red hot crack and put on a show for the people that will be at Optus and the people that will be watching on the broadcast. So I'll be no dissimilar to that. I'm excited to get in, and hopefully Cripper and Big Dean Cox can give us a bit of a rev up and get into it.
So if the opportunity is there and the necessity is there, you won't hesitate to lay Caleb out?
Maybe I'll take it a bit easier on Caleb, but everyone else. It should be good. It should be good fun. Obviously, we don't want anyone to get injured, but I'm sure there'll be. This hasn't happened for a long time, so I think everyone that'll be watching on will want a serious match, and for everyone to be having a good go at it, and I think that's what they'll get.
5 guys from Freo across the two teams. Like, you've got solid representation. It feels like the club, and Justin being involved as well, has really embraced the entire concept.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? People have been crying out for this concept to come back for a number of years now, and even speaking to some of our coaches who are ex-players, and they didn't have the opportunity. to be able to do this, because it just didn't happen. So, it's not lost on me how much of an honour it is to be a part of this game, and we're lucky that having it here in WA, some of our staff and our coaches are able to be involved as well. So I think it's a great concept, and hopefully it goes well and they can continue it for years to come.
Were you getting a phone call from a Victorian telling you you're in the West Australian team when your coach is the assistant coach?
Yeah. I think just going through the proper channels, I think that was why that happened. But I was in JLZ earlier in the piece and trying to get him to sneak me into the team, so had to bide my time, which is fair enough. But I'm just ecstatic to be part of the team.
The Vics look scary good. Do you give WA a good chance?
Yeah, they've looked very good on paper, don't they? They've got a plethora of talent on their list, but as I said before, we're going in as underdogs, but we've got plenty of talent on our list as well. And if I know anything about the WA boys, they all like to have a crack in the contest, and that's what we'll try and do. And
just on your pre-season, you haven't really missed a beat. You've looked really strong around the midfield, but then you've got players like Murphy Reid, who's looking really impressive and might go through the midfield some more. Is this year about cementing a spot in an already strong midfield? Are you concerned about players like that coming up and taking midfield minutes off yourself?
No, I'm not at all. I'm excited by that. We've got a number of guys who can play in the midfield, and it's a real strength of our squad at the minute. There's going to be some guys who are disappointed who don't get selected for round one, and that's a great problem to have, particularly in our midfield. We bat really deep, so I think one of my strengths is my flexibility to be able to play a number of roles, and I've played a little bit of half-back in this pre-season. Given that we've got an extra on the bench this year, that might be something that we go to throughout the season, so hopefully trying to add a few strings to my bow, and I'm just happy to play anyway, to be honest. If that's inside mid, if it's on the wing, if it's half back, if it's full forward, I'm happy to play anyway, just not in the ruck.
And as I said, you've had a really good pre-season, and now obviously the State of Origin selection as well. You must be so proud of yourself, but is this just reward for so many pre-seasons and so many years battling away through the system?
Yeah, perhaps it feels like that in a little way. Yeah, this is my 15th season, and I've had my fair share of injuries. So a lot of hard work that goes on, and particularly behind the scenes, even for my family, it's just really nice to share it with them as well. They're super proud and excited about next week too, to come and watch. So it's really nice for them, and I think there's a fair bit of family involvement in the lead up to the match as well. So I'm looking forward to embracing my wife and my son Julian too. So it should be good.
I think there's a WhatsApp group as well. I assume you're on that. I think Chad Warner was speaking about it on radio this morning. Who's been the loudest and noisiest on that WhatsApp group, and who's the most pumped, do you think, from a WA point of view for the game?
Mate, I've only been in it for less than a week, so probably Chad's got a better read on it than I do. It's been pretty tame so far. Hopefully it ramps up in the next few days.
Every time we hear from Glenn Jakovich, it sounds like he wants to throw on a jumper and take some Victorian heads himself. Have you got any advice or instruction from him, Matt?
No instructions. He sent me a nice message, and he's obviously chairman of selectors for the WA squad, so really appreciate him selecting me. But no rev ups as yet. We've actually got a meeting this afternoon via Zoom, so I'm sure we'll get something then.
From a Freo perspective, it feels like this pre-season, the health of the group and the depth of the group is a lot stronger than what was probably this time last year, when you had a lot of concerns over a lot of guys. That feel like you've got a lot of blokes to pick from at the moment, and everyone's as strong and healthy as they can possibly be from the majority of the group.
Yeah, it does. It does feel like that. We're in a healthy position. Last year, a lot of our guys that were not getting full pre-seasons were a lot of our senior guys as well, which hurts as Youngie and Moose. I think Switter was out for a little while. So a lot of our senior guys have had great lead-ins to the season and good summers. But collectively, I think Sam Sturt's probably the only one who's a long-term one. A couple of guys with a few minor niggles, but we're in a good spot so far.
And having the younger guys pushing up, and the mid-range guys who are in and out of the team a bit last year, like, is there anyone who's jumped off the page and you've gone, they've had a really significant pre-season?
I think everyone, to be honest. Like, you can't really point out one person in particular. One guy who I will mention, who's coming to our club only this year, is Toby Wan. He's really, I've really enjoyed his development so far over the summer, and he's been playing on the wing and doing some really good stuff. He's tough in the contest. He works really hard. He's eager to be be better really quickly. So I look forward to watching his career unfold.
He's got a left foot on him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a great left foot. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Fremantle have a long history of first-round picks coming in as well and having an impact in their first year, like Murphy. What have you seen from Adam Sweet so far this summer?
Yeah, he's got some tricks. He's got some good feet. Very skillful. Unfortunately, had a little concussion pre-Christmas, sorry. So that had him out for a couple of weeks, but he's been super impressive. He's a really nice kid as well, and I couldn't be any more impressed with him. From a great family. Look forward to his career unfolding as well.
And Leon Kickett sitting on a few blokes' heads already?
Yeah, he's similar. He's got some pace. He's really eager for chase down tackles, which we really value as a group. So he's brought some excitement to our forward line for sure.
And Tobin Murray?
I'll go through the whole team if you want. He's a strong, obviously a bit more mature, strong guy. Works really hard and has been able to finish really well as well in front of goal. So he loves a tackle too, which I love.